This is the Kissbuty Starter Embroidery Kit. I'm going to show you everything that's inside, and I'm also going to show you two of the stitches in this kit, which is the French knot and the straight stitch. In this kit, you're going to get the canvas that already has the image printed on there. It also comes with the hoop, the embroidery floss in all the colors that you need to do the flowers, along with 3 different needles. It also comes with instructions, and on the front is the picture, and on this picture it shows exactly what stitch you need to do for each flower, along with how many strands to use for that stitch. Now, I would consider the number of strands a suggestion because you are the artist and it is up to you how you want your flowers and how you want your leaves and your petals and the stems to look. The number of strands will determine the weight of the line of your stitches. So if you're using 2 or 3 strands, then your lines are going to be, thin, like so. So if you like your flowers a little thinner, or you want the stems to be thinner, then you use 2 or 3 strands, a smaller amount. If you want them to be thicker and more bold, then you're going to use more strands, 3 or 4 strands, which will make the lines of on your embroidery thicker. So it's totally up to you. You're going to take your canvas, you're going to take the hoop with the screw on it and place it on top, and the other part of the hoop underneath. You're going to adjust it to where you would like the picture to go, and then press down, unscrew and press down until the top portion of the hoop is lined up with the bottom portion of the wood hoop. You're going to make sure it's nice and tight. Then we're going to take a strand of the embroidery and we're going to separate it. You only need 2 or 3 strands. So I'm going to separate 3 strands from this piece. Once you have it separated, you're going to thread your needle. So you're going to thread it through, and there are 2 ways. You can thread it through and tie the 2 pieces at the end together. This is a great way to sew if you're a beginner. The proper way to embroider is to take your strands and thread your needle, and you're going to leave that end that you just threaded loose. You're going to go to the other end and tie a knot there. I like to tie 2 knots for good measure. Then you're going to begin embroidering. Let's start with the running stitch. You're going to take your needle and stitch from underneath and pull it up and do 1 stitch. Now you're going to jump ahead and go backwards. So you're going to go up and come down and meet where you just finished that last stitch. Going to do it again, jump ahead, and then come down to where you just finished with the previous stitch. One more time, jump ahead and come down to where you previously finished that stitch, and that's how you do a running stitch. Now let's go ahead and do a French knot. So you're going to take your needle and come from underneath and pull that all the way through. You're going to bring your needle close to where you just pulled that floss through, wrap it around twice, hold on to that wrap really tight, and then bring your needle back down close to that hole that you just poked through. Pull your needle all the way down slowly, and it will create a knot. And that's a French knot. You're going to continue and repeat that same process. Up, loop twice, come back down, and pull it through. Once you've finished your stitches, I'm going to show you how to finish it off in the back. So you're going to turn it around. You're going to bring your needle through one of the stitches you've already created, making a loop. Bring your needle through that loop and pull, and that creates a knot. Let's do it again. Bring your needle through that stitch, make a loop, needle through that hole, and pull. That's option 1. The second way to do it is to trim off the embroidery floss. Make sure that you leave enough so that you can tie a knot. Then you're going to tie a knot just like you normally would. That's it for this week. I will see you all next week with more stitches.